Hey everybody, is this new EGO HPW2100 pressure washer and 2105 in the kit version the perfect pressure washer for those apartment dwellers, for those people in condos or those who don't have garages? Is this the perfect unit, cost effective? Is it the perfect unit for those of you who want to do a traditional wash on your car? So in this video, we're gonna try and answer that, because what we're gonna do some, I'm gonna let you know some of the GPM numbers. All right, and then I'm gonna show you an unboxing of what you get in the kit version. And then I'm gonna show you some foam cannon testing. And then finally what we're going to do is we're going to see if the included, because with the kit you get a 6 amp hour battery, we're going to see if the included 6 amp hour battery is enough to get an entire car washed with a safe car wash method, meaning you foam, you rinse, you foam again, and then you do your contact wash, and then you rinse again. So that's asking a lot of a single battery, but we're gonna see if this HPW 2100 EGO pressure washer is up to it. Let's check it out. All right, everybody, let's get to the first thing I mentioned was GPM. Now this machine is rated at 1.2 GPM up to, all right, 2100 PSI. Now, I'm going to be doing some PSI testing when we do the unboxing, okay, or right after. But what I wanted to go over right now is the GPM numbers, because after I did the unboxing, I went home. So this video is kind of jumbled up between all that different stuff. But what I did was I used this gun and this one that comes with the EGO unit, okay, and I got similar numbers. And then I also tested with the included, okay, 6 amp hour battery. So that one comes with the unit. I tested with that included 6 amp hour battery. And I also tested this with the 4 amp hour battery that I'm going to use when you see the foam cannon test coming up. But what I want to explain though is using a stronger, more powerful battery, for me, actually yielded a little bit different results. And I learned really quick to try and use the 6 amp hour if possible. Now, when I did my testing, the actual pressure numbers didn't really change much, but I did notice that the unit ramped up faster with the higher capacity battery, and I got slightly more GPM. So let me explain what I'm talking about, okay? So in the testing, I used the 2.5 or the 25 degree nozzle that came with the pressure washer, and then I also used my fixed fans 2.5 orifice nozzle or claimed orifice nozzle that I bought from Amazon. And in fact, everything that I show you today, if I can provide a link to it, it'll be in the description below. So just watch the video. If you decide you want to buy anything, hit that link below. So help out the channel. But anyway, what I found on the GPM, with the best GPM, okay, I got was on low pressure, on the low setting, because there's 3 different settings. The 2.5 gave me 0.99 GPM on low, okay? Now, when we do the pressure readings, you're gonna see that it's a little bit lower, okay? But you could definitely tell that the motor is not working as hard. And then when we use the included 25 degree nozzle, we were at 0.82 GPM. So there's a slight difference there, okay, of almost 2.2 GPM, so almost a quarter of a gallon, or approaching a quarter of a gallon difference between the 2 nozzles. Now, when we go to the regular speed, that like the everyday normal speed, okay, the medium, with the fixed fans nozzles, okay, now this is what gets really weird, because some of the other ones were similar, but with the 4 amp hour battery, I only got 1.05 GPM. However, when I charged the 6 amp hour up and put it in here, I got 1.16 GPM. So that's a significant difference in GPM. And then on the stock nozzle, the stock 25, I got almost exactly the same. I got 0.96 GPM with the stock, and then with the 6 amp hour battery, I got 1.01 as measured out. So that's what's really weird is this 2.5, it seems like that really helps. Now, when we go to the turbo, because I found that we're getting 1.2 GPM with this one, but only 1.09 GPM, or let's just call it 1.1 GPM. So I did get a significant difference with these two nozzles in every aspect. And so from now on going forward, I'm going to use this claimed 2.5 nozzle from Fix Fans that I picked up from Amazon. So that's a GPM I got. And in fact, I'll show you when you'll see the PSI later in the video. So then the other thing I did was, because I do have a favorite foam cannon. All right, it's the Quiver foam cannon that I picked up from the House of Rags. Again, link will be below. This is an MJJC unit, considered one of the best in the industry, if not the best by most people. MJJC anyway, but this is Quiver. It is I don't want to call it white label, but it is a personal branded version of an MJJC Pro V2. I find it absolutely fantastic, and at a price of less than 60 bucks using my coupon code. I'm using this today, and what I found was that, and what you always want to do is you want to check out mixing ratio. So the amount of product that you put in here versus the total output. And what I found is that the mixing ratio of this with this pressure washer is roughly 8.2 to 1. So a lot of other pressure washers, in fact, the other EGO unit that I have with the double battery unit is roughly 9.5 to 1 with this. With this is 8.2 to 1. Some other foam cannons might give you 10 to 1, some not. What I did find was that the stock one actually gave me like a 6 to 1. I mean, it was just absolutely horrible. And as you're gonna see, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the stock pressure washer, the foam cannon. It just doesn't lay down the foam, number one, but it goes through product super fast. It actually, I've tested it now a couple times. It goes through product super fast. So if you want, like, try and get yourself an aftermarket foam cannon. Even if it's not this one, maybe spend 30 bucks. You're gonna get better than what you got with the EGO. So anyway, that's what's going on, and that is the GPM numbers that I got from this unit. So, well, let's just get to the unboxing and the foam cannon testing after that, and then I'll see you in a minute to do the wash. Let's get this thing opened up, and let's see what's happening here. We have owner's manuals, instruction sheets. There's a quick guide, I guess. It shows the nozzles, everything like that. And then you have an instruction manual for the charger. Well, if it's like any other tool, charger, battery, and then the actual unit itself. So we're gonna shove that under a foam cannon. It actually has an output knob, which is cool. All right, so we have a part of the wand, the lance. We have the pressure washer gun. Now this one has a front inlet. All right, I prefer the back inlet. It does have a lock. So with the lock off, actually it takes not too much pressure to pull this. I kind of like how this feels. And then obviously with the lock, I like this better than having that stupid the locks that go like in between here. So then we also have the pickup hose, and it's got a quick connect for the pickup filter, which is in this bag along with the nozzles. And then the last thing that comes in here is, let's see, so there's the hose, and let me see, what do they say what the length of the hose is? Yeah, with no water in it, this is actually kind of, this is a nice hose. This is actually the same hose to me as their bigger unit, their 2-battery unit. Our 6-amp battery, BA3360T. So it is a 6 amp hour battery. the actual machine itself. Oh, and the charger. CH3200 320 watt charger. So you have the hose inlet on one side. All right, you have the pressure washer, the outlet side on the other. Yeah, there's a connector in there for the output, so you would put the connector on that side. We got a couple spots for the nozzles, spot for the pressure washer gun, battery. Now, it comes with a 6. All right, this looks like it's pretty small, the opening there, but I was told by Flex, the Flex representative, Flex and EGO are owned by the same company. I was told that this will fit up to their 12 amp hour battery. This is not spring loaded, so unlike the double battery unit, like this is not gonna like snap close and like smack your knuckles or anything like that. So that's cool. This has a turbo speed as well. There's 3 speeds. They give you a couple. There's a EGO likes to do this. It's so that you can wrap the hoses and keep those done up. So anyway, that's the unboxing. All right, guys, this literally took me like 3 or 4 minutes to put together, maybe 5 at the most. Crazy easy. Like I said, I have a fully charged 4 amp hour battery, but I have a scale with me. So we're gonna put the 6 amp hour battery in here, and it just front loads, pushes in, snaps into place, that comes down. Super cool, super easy. So I have, let's see here, pounds and ounces. So let's actually see, because this is outrageously light. It's compact, it's portable. So let's move this. All right, so we're at 0 pounds, 0 ounces. Let's see what this actually weighs. 26 pounds, 12 ounces, so 26 3/4 pounds. The input and the output are on opposite sides. The controls are right on the top, super easy to see. I like that. The gun itself, this is a nice little storage holster. So that's really cool. And it snaps, like it kind of snaps in place. And then you can also, because this is the same on both sides, if you want the gun on that side, you can put it on that side. And then there's a little, kind of like a little holster for the extension wand. There are holders on both sides. There's 2 on this side, 2 on that side. So we want to see what it puts out on the 25. We're going to see what it puts out at low, medium, or low, normal, and then turbo. To see that. And then I also have, because I've seen some other reviews, so I also have a 2.5 orifice from Fix Fans. This is super cool. They have the foam cannon holder right in the back, but if you don't want the foam cannon, it actually flips up out of the way to make it more compact. 3 bars, that would be turbo speed. Let's see what the pressure is now. All right, so I'm at about 1500 PSI. So let me go to the low. All right, so at low speed on this one, it is 900 PSI. So let's go to normal then. All right, 1400 PSI. So the turbo only gives us an extra 100 PSI. Let's put this back and let's see what I might be able to get out of my 25 degree in the 2.5 labeled thing. So let's just start at low, and then we'll ramp to normal and high. Okay, so on low, I'm getting about 750 according to this, which is actually pretty good considering, like, I thought the normal ones were a lot smaller than that. So now we're on regular. All right, so with the 2.5 orifice, I'm getting 1000 PSI on regular. Let's see what it does on turbo. I'm getting the same 1000 PSI on turbo. So to me, it makes no sense to use that on turbo with the 2.5 nozzle that I have. So I have a decibel meter, and it's literally picking up with the wind, okay? It's bouncing around a lot. When I'm talking, we're roughly 80 decibels or so, but if it's just the wind, we're gonna say it's about average, maybe 60 or something like that with the wind around here right now. So I'm roughly 6 feet away right now from the pressure washer, and it's a 25-foot hose. So, you know, I mean, I could be a lot further away, but let's go with this one. I actually am talking louder than the sound of this thing. This is super quiet. All right, first thing I noticed, the foam cannon, it's simple. There's no screw top. There's no like seal on here that I could see. Well, no, there is an O-ring in there, but it doesn't have a weighted ball. This is like not a flexible tube, but it's a quarter turn. You just pop this in there. Actually, it's not even a quarter turn. It's like an eighth of a turn just pops in like that. So that fits right on the front there. And well, let's see what it does with the foam. Oh. So normally foam cannons, when you turn it to the right, you get more foam. On this one, turning it to the left gives you the most foam, but it's not really a lot of foam. So I wonder if I turn it to turbo. Let's see if it gives you a little bit more foam on turbo. Not really a whole bunch more. All right, guys, I had to rinse the soap off of there. Before we start adding more soap to see just how much soap we have to add, what I wanted to do, I just showed you the their standard foam cannon. Okay, I showed you what that does at the 1:15 dilution ratio of my normal soap, which I know foam is really good normally. So I want to show you what it does. Let's see what it does in like a professional foam cannon. And I actually have an adapter that I made, because this is a 3/8 inch and this is just a 1/4 inch. So what I need to do is put in a little adapter. So I'll snap that in place. And now I will have, that's adapted, that's on there really good. Full foam. All right, let's see how this works. Now this is on medium power or normal. So let's see what kind of foam we can get with this. Oh, wow. All right, guys, we have like super thick foam. You can see it running off. I would probably make it normally a little bit more watery, but let me see what, if we switch that to turbo, I want to see what we get. All right, we get more of a snow shower onto the equipment, but almost no difference on there. But that is absolutely like at 1:15 in the foam cannon. Now this is a 1.1 orifice, so you want to use with lower pressure or lower water flow units. You want to use a 1.1 orifice if you have a separate foam cannon. First thing I notice is this has plenty of power to actually rinse the soap. All right, guys, so what I did is I mixed up a solution 1:10 of my soap. So we're just gonna make sure it's well mixed. And actually, you know what? This has a nice seal. Even though it's 1/4 turn, it looks really bad. It actually seals up really nice. So kudos to EGO on that one. Let's see how this works. Still kind of watery. It's a little bit better than it was. Let's go to turbo and see what happens. It's mildly better. This uses a ton of the soap though. You're definitely, if you use this foam cannon, you're gonna use a lot more soap. it's gonna be a runnier soap. You're not gonna get the shaving cream foam suds on that. So just, you know, just to beware of that, guys, okay? All right, thank you for watching up to this point, and now it's time to actually get to the wash. We're gonna see if the included 6 amp hour battery, now this has a full charge, hopefully the lights go on, you can see that. All right, but just in case this does not make it through, I also have a backup 4 amp hour battery. Always good to have a backup. So anyway, so we have our pressure washer. All right, we have some buckets of water that are off camera, and sucking out of the buckets of water, we're just gonna have our pickup hose with the filter on the end. All right, and then now for the actual pressure washer, okay, we have the original hose that comes with it, but I also stopped at Harbor Freight, and for 25 bucks, because this to me, I don't like getting so close to the car with the hose. I want plenty of hose length. All right, so for 25 bucks, I picked this up at Harbor Freight. It's an extra 25-foot hose. It's the same connection, M22.14. All right, and it actually comes with a coupler so that you can undo or unscrew the end on your other one and then couple together. So that is a fantastic deal. And Harbor Freight's always running coupons, so you could probably get this at some point for pretty cheap. You know, maybe I don't know, maybe 20 bucks or less. Who knows? But great deal. It's rated to 4,000 PSI, where this one is actually only rated to like 3,200 PSI. This one is a little bit heavier than this. I mean, I could feel the difference, you know, just holding it in my hand. But for 25 bucks, and you get the coupler, so you could just make one longer hose, I think it's a great deal. So I'm also using, I just like using a stubby pressure washer gun versus the long one that comes with the kit. And as I mentioned earlier, this one has the stub at the back end, and then it also has just the connection point for the foam cannon up front here, versus me needing to use an adapter. Although I will, in fact, the adapter's right here. All right, so if you want to use the regular gun and use the adapter to plug this into, okay, with your regular with the gun that comes with a unit. All right, I will link those below as well so that you can check it out for yourself. So I'll have that. We're going to use the Detail Company Neutral Soap as our soap today. It's my favorite soap. Fantastic pricing on that too, if you buy like a gallon or something. Again, fixed fans, 2.5 nozzle. And then our foam cannon, obviously the Quiver foam cannon. We're gonna put a 15-to-1 mix in here. So it's miserly on the water, or on the, you can use, it's 15-to-1 is a 2 ounce per foam cannon dilution ratio is what it boils down to. All right, and then for our dry off, we're just gonna go with my standard, it's a Diva drying towel from the House of Rags, along with their new lightning detail spray. I liked their original Stay Strong detailer. This one's got a new scent and maybe even a reformulation. I haven't even tested this yet, so I'm gonna give that a shot today and see how it goes, because I love a slick dry off experience. So having said that, guys, I am going to get set up here really quick, and well, let's get washing. All right, guys, so let me show you just really quick. I got, before we get started, so I have the, let me get you in the light here. Got the foam cannon full, 15-to-1, 15-to-1, so there's 2 ounces soap in there. Got my gun hooked up, and you can see I got the 2 different color hoses there. In my Chemical Guys bucket, I have 1 ounce mixed in 3 gallons inside the bucket there. A grit guard in the bottom, and I'm going to be using a couple of these. Oh my gosh. They're called like the Boss wash pads or something. Anyway, these will be linked below. I love these things. They're like giant. They hold a ton of water. Also from the House of Rags. So I got those. And then I have 3 buckets of water. I've already used a little over half a bucket to put in my Chemical Guys bucket. So we're going to see if we could do this whole wash also, not only using just that one battery, but just using the 3 buckets of water. Well, let's get to foaming and see how we could do. There we go. All right, foam step is done, and I used about according to this, maybe 400 or 450 ml of product, which is about average for a whole foam step. And it's actually really windy outside right now. It's hot. This is already going to be drying out, so we're going to get to the rinse step really quick. What I want to do is rinse off most of it, but I don't need to get everything, because all I'm trying to do is just get any of the grit that was on the surface that got broken down. I'm just trying to get some of that off here, because as soon as I rinse it and get all that grit off, I'm going to foam it again and do the contact wash. Okay, now I got the preliminary rinse all done. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna switch back to the foam cannon. And I'm gonna use the rest of the soap in the foam process just to refoam on the car, because we want that foam for added lubrication. And then I'm gonna switch up to the wash bucket. In fact, I'm gonna have to pull the hose. In fact, let me go see really quick how much water I've used. All right, so far for just the foam process and that quick rinse, I've used 3 gallons of water out of the first bucket. So I went ahead and just moved the hose over to the second bucket there, and then I'll just refill that as necessary. But let's get to the foam step with the cannon here. Oh, the water level got too low. It has to reprime. All right, guys, so after that foam step, I still have a little bit in here, maybe 100 mils or less, actually, of that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dump the rest of this into the wash bucket, get some foam going in the wash bucket. All right, I know you guys like to see, all the foam, so here you go. The soap foams. Oh, we got our wash bucket in with our wash pads, and we're just gonna dump that foam everywhere. I generally like to use more than one wash pad, if at all possible. In fact, on a bigger bucket, I would probably try and stuff 4 of them in here so that I could just throw them on different areas of the car. And that way I don't ever have to go back to the wash bucket for more, and there's less chance of getting anything dirty. All right, now because I only have 2 wash pads, I'm gonna mix them up. I'm gonna put one there. So I'll do the hood and then like kind of half, and then I'll put one on the back. And hit the back of the car with the other one and the other side. All right, now we're in the sun. Some of this is starting to dry up. You need to work fast if you're in the sun, especially on windy days. That'll dry things out a lot quicker. So I'm done with what I want to do here. Now we'll just hit the back. All right, I got it pretty much done. Just need to do the grill. All right, guys, now is the time. If you want, go ahead. If your rims are fairly clean, okay, now is the time to hurry up and just take your mitt. Now that you've done the whole paint, you can get in there. Now is when we want to do a nice thorough rinse. Make sure everything comes off. All right, now you see how I'm holding this? This is why I like the rear thing, because I'm reaching over. Now, if that was coming out the front, if I'm reaching over, that's probably going to contact the paint. So definitely a pressure washer gun like this is definitely a safer alternative. All right, guys, now it's time to hit the car with my detail spray. And I'm using this as a drying aid, the Lightning. But anyway, the Diva drying towel. This thing is a really big towel, 1200 GSM. Couple sprays. In fact, we're just gonna mist all over. A couple sprays. Oh, I like this. The detail spray is nice, guys. All right, that's it. Now let me show you, I'll be right back. Let me bring you over to the pressure washer and buckets, and I'll show you just how much water we used for this whole process. All right, guys, let's see what we got going on here. So I emptied all the buckets because the pickup, once it's low enough, okay, so once you get below like 3 inches of water, it will pick up air from the thing instead of the water. So you have to almost keep filling the bucket with water. But I used, so that one's completely empty. This one is completely empty. And then this one is actually right here at the top almost. So it's almost 5 gallons still left in there. And that includes, because I dumped out this much water, I dumped out almost 3 gallons into this bucket. All right, so all in all, I literally went through just over 10 gallons of water to do the entire wash with this little pressure washer. So in fact, there's enough there. If I wanted to clean the wheels, there is more than enough water in there to do a wheel cleaning inside the barrels, everything. So I have no doubt with 15 gallons, you know, if you work efficiently, you will have no issue. Now, let's get to the what we really want to know. How many bars of power are left? There are still 4 bars on this 6 amp hour battery, guys. 4 bars. That completely blew me away, actually. That completely blows me away. That's the first time I've used it to wash an entire car. 4 bars out of 5 left. This has no issues doing the foam rinse foam method. There'd be no problem. There's plenty of battery left, even if I wanted to do the tires over there, the rims, everything. Heck, I could even probably do a like a decon wash with extra steps in it if I needed to. All right, guys. So the verdict is in on this thing. You saw the testing. You saw what it could do, the PSI. You saw the rinsing, the foaming capabilities. This EGO, well, hopefully it's in camera. There you go. This thing, this 2100, is absolutely amazing and I'm just gonna say it right now, absolutely amazing if you live in an apartment and wanna do a normal car wash. You saw it, it works. I'm sure if I even had a pickup truck, unless you have a ton of stuff in the bed that you're trying to like blast out, okay? Even a pickup truck is gonna have more than enough battery. You're probably gonna go through maybe another 5 gallons of water doing that. But foam rinse, foam contact wash, and then another rinse, actually. So no problem doing a traditional car wash with this little unit. 4 bars of battery still left on that original 6 amp hour battery. Absolutely love it. Used just over 10 gallons of water, including what was in the bucket. And you know, if you're doing a like I said, if you're going to do the rims, maybe count another 5 gallons, because you're going to go through like 1 gallon per wheel. But I'm actually like, this performance of this thing, I didn't expect that much, because in a couple other review videos that I saw, it almost basically it made it look like the battery was getting used faster than mine did. So maybe it's just an old battery, something like that. I'm not even sure, but this one is phenomenal. I love this unit. It works great. You don't have to put it on turbo. I think maybe that was the mistake. You don't need it on turbo setting. You saw how it works. That's just on medium setting. I didn't have to switch to low to convert the power or anything like that. So anyway, guys, the new HPW2100 PSI, 1.2 gallon per minute pressure washer from EGO. I bought the kit. I waited like way too long for this thing. But anyway, like if you were in the need for a pressure washer, okay, and you wanted to use it for car washing, okay, for your personal vehicles, you are not going to go wrong with this little EGO unit. I don't think you're going to, you're not going to be disappointed, you know, that you didn't buy the bigger one, because this one is way quieter. I showed that on the decibel meter. It's actually pretty quiet. And the further away you get, it's really nice. You could hear yourself think, you could hear yourself talk. If you had earbuds in, you wouldn't even notice it. So anyway, guys, I just want to say thanks again for watching. And I will have, again, all the products that I used today, I will have linked below if I have links for them. So, well, anyway, thanks for watching. You have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.